Hello there, Better Call Saul fans. You know, like I was saying the other day, I've been watching the whole Breaking Bad marathon they have there on AMC, trying to get an idea of how it all compares to Hamlet. And I was especially watching Jesse because he's a survivor, like Laertes or Horatio, the soldier and the scholar. And of course, he starts out as a soldier, but he actually does become the scholar. If you look at that episode, Great Train Robbery, that was all Jesse. He planned that from the beginning. He got the idea. That's where he became the scholar. And then, of course, he's got psycho killer Todd, who comes in and then of course he just gets beaten the rest of the show by Todd, and it's terrible. But he still survives. We know that, and I think Jimmy's going to survive. And of course, Jimmy's been like a soldier. He just keeps soldiering on, no matter what happens to him. He just gets back up and starts going again. And of course, being a lawyer, he's kind of a scholar. If Walt and Jesse had listened to him more in Breaking Bad, they would have probably been better off. So he showed himself to be a scholar. Now, of course, Skyler's a survivor. Now, as far as Hamlet goes, she starts off like Ophelia, until, of course, she jumps in the pool, and then she realizes she's got to deal with everything, and she becomes sort of a kinder, gentler version of Lady Macbeth, you might say. That might be a little bit weak. And, of course, Walt Jr. is a survivor, too, you know. He ends up with all the money. I guess you could say he's innocent. He's not as innocent as Nacho's dad, but he's a whiny teenager, which they let kids like that get away with too much, you know, and bring back corporal punishment. But and as far as Hamlet, Walt isn't Hamlet. Hamlet is Gus. Gus has been driven by vengeance the whole time. Of course, we don't find that out until later in Breaking Bad, but now we can look back and see Gus has been run by vengeance for Max the whole series, through both series. And I even noticed when they were when he first got Walt in, the way he played Jesse and Walt against each other to get Walt in is kind of like in Hamlet. You know, the play's the thing wherein we'll catch the conscience of the king. Now, Walt is more, of course, he starts out, you know, his arc is Walter Mitty to Scarface. But Walt's also like Claudius, too, especially after he kills Gus. You see, in Gilligan's Hamlet, Claudius succeeds in killing Hamlet and then takes over his empire. And, you know, we see the downfall of Walter White. Oh, how evil he gets. Now, there are some characters I really haven't figured out exactly how they'd fit into this. Mike I'm having trouble with. I can't... He's almost kind of like Mercutio from Romeo and Juliet, but I'm not real studied up on. It's been a while since I've seen all these Shakespearean plays and such. I read them all, a lot of them back in high school and college, but well, anyhow, I thought, one more thing. I got to apologize to Melissa Bernstein. I didn't even realize she's been a producer on both Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul since the very beginning. And I bet she's one of the ones that was one of the inner circle of the conspiracy to commit Deus Ex Machina, too. I'm hoping to find that out once the whole story gets unveiled. But I was surprised to learn that she did two. She was a producer on two very good shows that I had seen. They were both very good. Not quite as good as Breaking Bad, but they were both very good. *Halt and Catch Fire*, which was on AMC here, and *Rectify*, which I believe was on the Independent Film Channel. That was also very good. But I thought I should mention that. Oh my, I lost my hat. How did that happen? Oh dear. Well, I'll have it back on for tomorrow night. When we finally get to see, it's not point and shoots. Yes, this is the episode called Point and Shoot. Well, I'll be back for that tomorrow night. Maybe not till Tuesday morning. We'll see how things go. Thank you for watching. Good evening.